Hello, my name is Adele Wilkinson, and in this video we're going to be talking about ways to manage stress. And this is all because it is Stress Awareness Day today, so that is the point of this video. And we're going to be going over ways we can manage stress and things like that. So reasons we might get stressed include things such as a lot of commitments happening all at the same time. So we've got exam deadlines, any kind of deadlines really that are all sort of piling up on top of us, maybe family problems, or we may just be living a very busy life. And this is especially true if you're a student. It is worth mentioning though, however, that a small amount of stress is actually good for us, and we do actually work better under a small amount of stress. It actually can motivate us and things like that. But when it gets too much, that's when it becomes a problem, and it can lead to things such as burnout, which is something that we want to try and avoid because it can be even more stressful and can cause more problems. So stress will always be a part of life, but here are some tips for when it gets a bit too much. So one of the first things you can do is sit down and write down all the things that you have to do. Now you can actually sit down and do this with a person as well, because it can feel more reassuring to have someone there with you and get their perspective on things too. But write down everything that you have to do and break it down into smaller chunks, things that are more manageable to sort of obtain, and smaller goals. And then you can put them into your calendar as well, and then you can see when you want to achieve those smaller things by. Don't sort of beat yourself up if you do miss the odd thing, but also be sure to definitely schedule in breaks for yourself as well, because you need that time to recharge and that time for yourself, as well as all the work that you may have to do. This is a great way of taking control of the stress so that you can then find out a solution to the problems that you may have, and then stop them from building up into something a lot worse. Another thing you can do is stay active through exercise, and this can be something as simple as going for a walk or going for a run. Just make sure you're just keeping active as much as you can, because this can help you release some of that stressful energy you might have, and is a way of helping you to recharge. Overall, it can help to reduce some emotional intensity. The third thing you can do is stay connected to people and socialise with them. Definitely meet up with friends and speak to them about maybe how you're feeling, because they might be able to understand and come up with things to help you as well. But also just having a laugh with them and sort of releasing more emotions with them can really help you to, well, stay friends with them for one thing, and know that you're not alone. You won't be as isolated with any stress that you may be under, and you know that you have people there who support you and who you can speak to and who you also support as well. The fourth thing you can do is definitely spend some time with yourself. So definitely this can just be doing something that you enjoy, whether it's playing music, listening to music, playing some sport, as I mentioned earlier, like exercising. It can be anything that you like doing, either with other people or by yourself. It could be something as simple as just making yourself a hot drink in the evening, like a cup of tea or something. That's what I like to do a lot. But that can be a great way of just, you know, giving yourself some care and just making sure that you're just taking care of yourself and making yourself feel comfortable. You could also take part in any hobbies you like, sort of playing video games as well. The fifth thing that you can do is actually quite a good one, I find. I know it's not for everyone, but it does work for some people, and that's sort of meditation and mindfulness, and that can be quite a great way of just getting yourself to relax. And this is great because you can find loads of sort of videos for this kind of thing on YouTube, or you can use apps as well. There are lots of apps out there that you can use for it, and these are great because you can have like guided ones where you're sort of having a talk down, or nice relaxing music in the background. It doesn't really matter, anything that can sort of make you visualize things or stuff like that. You can do it before sleep as well, so it can settle you down so that you're ready to actually go to sleep and not be worrying so much before you go to sleep that you actually can't. This actually is a great way of just relaxing you completely so that you're ready to get the rest that you need to be able to carry on with your days. And it's also worth adding, try to do the things that I've just mentioned instead of turning towards unhealthy coping mechanisms such as drinking, smoking, or caffeine as a way of dealing with the problems. These kind of things will just make the problems worse rather than finding a solution to them. However though, if you really are struggling, it's absolutely fine to seek support and help. There are places and people around who will listen to you. You are not alone. There are places such as student wellbeing where you can go for advice with things. You could even try counselling if you wanted to, and things like that. You're never alone with these feelings of stress, and it's good to catch them early before they multiply into something even more when you're sort of burnt out and things. So I hope this video helped in terms of how we can manage stress and why we might get stressed, and things we can sort of look out for, and how we can even help others as well with some of these tips too. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Adele Wilkinson, and goodbye.